Hi, I'm Turkish palm reader. Let's take a look at this person's palm. He's 29 years old, his dominant hand is right hand. Let's get started. I would like to start with the fate line first. It starts from month of moon, very nice deep fate line, and it's getting slowly thinner with the age. This is 0 to 90, always estimating the age. And then we see the line getting more thinner and dimmer in this part and getting more or less later. And one more fate line starts here around age of 38, comes like that and goes up. And one more here, bit earlier, we can say around 34, 35, and breaks and going up like this and reaching the Saturn finger, which is good. When we look at the fate lines, looks very nice in the hand. When the fate line starts more farther than Venus Mount and Lifeline, that shows that if the person goes always abroad or goes other cities than he was born or changing the country, always gonna bring more luck. And when he gets new people in his life, partnership with them or international businesses, we can say, he will get always extra luck. So he has to always look for opportunities from farther, not in his community or in his city. He will get more chance if he tries that. Especially when we see the lifeline wider like this, like when we check, it's almost reaching the month of moon, very nice wide lifeline and well developed Venus mount. It's very good energy and physical power he has. And we see another branch comes from the lifeline and reaching out to first bracelet line. And this is very nice deep forked lifeline, we can say. This is also like abroad settlement line, and especially it's in active hand. So he doesn't have to wait until age of 50, of course, because in the beginning energy flows here. So from beginning he can make some changes in his life, like changing his city or changing his country. And he's working in the foreign trade field, so he's traveling around out of the country. So he made a good choice about career. Like I said, when he builds a good connection with other people, the international business, any businesses traveling involved, he can be good at it. And we see the quality of the lifeline is very good. So he has good physical power, like I said, and his life standards always can be good and healthy. For longevity also, it's very nice, getting wider, extending, and then that shows that he can have good quality life and branches like that. And then one more here, we have tiny one. So that shows that he is extroverted and with his life standards, always he can be satisfied. And we see nice triangle here together with the lifeline connects, and then bracelet line and one more branch like this makes some triangle. It shows that good luck sign also, like always business opportunities also can be good spirituality he can have and a good karma, we can say. Only the thing here, when we see the bracelet lines, first line we see broken, you see overlap. So that shows that sometimes allergic reactions, food or something similar, also has to protect himself from accidents. He should be careful when he takes risk. So that's kind of warning. Of course, we should not say not for sure he will get accidents, but this is kind of warning. Also related to allergics with the breathings, he has to be careful, not smoking, these kind of things. And I see second line is good protection here and third one too. If this two doesn't have only broken, that one can be more dangerous. But for this case, it can be okay. So when we come back to the fate line, it's getting dimmer and thinner with the time, you see it. When we get closer, until age of 35 or 34, only one line. And suddenly lines are getting more like this. One is 35, first line appear. That can be marriage age for him. He's single right now. Of course, he's asking the estimation of marriage age. Here we see the first sign around 34, 35. When we see parallel line appearing next to main fate line, can be marriage age. And another one starts here around 38 and goes up. And that stops here in the headline and starts again. This can be many things. More income sources, marriage or having a kid, life quality can be good in these periods, and then his management skills also can get more in this time. So when we look from the marriage side or having a kid, we can see this is positive sign. Also as a business, he can manage multiple businesses in this period, like he can be manager, he can manage more people, he can do many tasks in the same time. He will have a good willpower in this period. After that age, he can be in different fields after this point. Only the warning we can give about fate lines, because they are getting thinner and dimmer, I see that on most of people after like this age is always getting thinner and dimmer. The good thing here, this line is not alone. If it's alone, could be more problems for him, but we have parallel lines, so it cannot be too much effect like not having a set of goals or something like that. So we cannot say he will have problem to what he wants to do or what he's aiming for. He will not have an issue for that. So he will be busy life, maybe with the family. He will have more than one business management or dealing with more than income sources in this period of life. It's already gonna start, we can say. Of course, there are stresses here. Everything starts with stress, so this is like learning from the mistakes and then, so on. When we see the especially fate line starts from headline like this, and another one here stops and starts. Okay, this is learning from mistakes when it stops here, or sometimes losing money, or any other problems about business and money. But when we see it starts from the headline, these people always learning from their mistakes and they use their minds very well and knows how to be in the right place at the right time. And when we came to similar ages around 38, 40, we see branches goes up, direction around sun finger. So in this age, 38, 40 could be another marriage age or getting promotion in his job, like getting more titles because goes to sunline, or big monies he's gonna receive somehow from lottery, or maybe he start his business with triangle here with stress line comes, could be start his business, or some heritage can be, 38, 40 is very good time zone for him for money or for career, for marriage can be too. And another one here started 34, 35. And when we check the lifeline again, in this picture, I don't see, maybe in another picture is under different lights he took. So we see this, that there are nice effort lines here and they are directing to certain finger. This is, like I said, can be marriage or receiving some money or open his business, especially with stress lines making triangles here. They're all good for his life standards getting higher, can be many things, or having a kid after marriage. There are good things to see in the palm, good lines, especially when we check his palm. There are not many lines. It's not confusing hand. It's very easy to read. And then when we see the plane like this, and these people, they always have clear mind. They always know what they want in the life, not being confusing where to go, what to do. They always clear about that, especially good fate line they have in the hand, good willpower, good work power, and good mind power, we can say. Headline quality looks good too. But with the headline, when we compare with the left hand, we draw a line like this from sun finger, like that. This is over. But when we came to the right hand, it's a bit shorter. You see, like this, we draw a line. It's touching here, but has to be a little bit over. We can consider the headline here, not short, not very long, but needs to be developed because he has potential for that in the left hand. It's a bit longer. So how he can make this headline longer? For example, what advices we can give? Of course, classic, reading book, doing sports, and eating good. And another thing, falling in love and having some hobby, having some passion about something, learning more than multiple languages, and maybe education, personal development. So this kind of things gonna help to this line grow a bit further. He's still smart, he has good things in the hand, but he has good potential to grow more. So he has to do that. So as the quality, we can say when the headline like this, not very long in the active hand especially, people always extremely practical and extremely realistic. Especially straight headline, it doesn't go month of moon. Of course, he has some innovation skills because fate line comes from month of moon. Innovation skills and creative skills he will have, but as a mind, he's very practical. So not big dreams he has. He will always have realistic dreams. But the good thing, sometimes headline, they curve in the Rahu area. They have more difficulties, but we can say in this case, it's straighter, going, reaching upper Mars. So, and there is a chance to grow more. So we can say not too bad. And lifeline quality in right hand, very nice. It's not broken, straight line, we can say. And when we came to the left hand, his passive hand, this is where he see himself, how he knows himself, we can say. And we have spiral headline here. There is two lines mixing each other. Here, one like this, for example, one line like this, breaks like that to the inner Mars. And another one comes like this, goes to the inner Mars. Like mostly start from inner Mars and parallel spiral, two lines, we can say, mixing to. So in his inner world, how he knows, the way he talks to himself, we can say. because of the spiral two headlines, he will always have different experiences, being open to different lifestyles. He will have different thoughts intertwined. This may influence his decisions and actions. So when he makes decisions, always, of course, this headline gonna be more active than the right hand. So he's very different in his inner world, and they're always curious. They want to learn new things. So this gonna help eventually with the headline to grow more. So he will get more hobbies or more interests in life. So hopefully gonna be helped. Of course, another very important line in the hand is Mercury line. We can see it's going all the way to the Mercury mount to reaching Mercury finger even. And his Mercury finger is not very strong or not very weak. Not short, not very long, we can say, because if he release a little bit the finger, it's gonna be around this part, because when you keep closing, it's hard to measure like that. But as I consider, is not very low set. Mercury finger is not very weak, we can say, and supporting nice Mercury finger here. So he has good communication skills, like especially skinny belly thumb he has. Like for him, easy to convince people. Very nice to using diplomatic language and then convincing people and then make them believe himself. So this is good for business, for his relationship or for his network. And especially with the fate line and headline and Mercury line makes nice triangle here. So he's gonna be good with money saving, finance, we can say in business life, this is very important. Or having on your own properties. This is very nice symbol in the Rahu area to have. Another thing, the third phalanges of the fingers are well developed. That shows that he has good saving skills as well and no gaps here. And then good talents he will have about something doing with hand or related to business or business mind, we can say. And when we see the second phalange are long like that, he have good memory, we can say. He doesn't forget and very good for not forgetting things easily. But the first phalanges not very long, just normal. We can see that on the headline also not very long. So long hours working with brain power, he can get tired easily. With the backup, he has good headline here is long, but the reality is a little bit short. So slowly when he develops his mind line, headline, so in the future could be easier for him to working long hours with the brain power. We can say his physical power stronger than his brain power. And another thing also, heart line and emotion line looks more in the right hand, like more stronger, much longer. When we comparing like that, he has more heart, you see, like that. And also branches coming out and some branch mix from inner Mars. And then we consider also emotion line. So when we look at the hand, is more heart in the hand. Heart line reaching out to Jupiter mount. He has good empathy. He's not selfish. He likes to share with other people. And then he can be good father for his family or good friend. We can say he uses his emotions a lot, but he's also a very realistic person, because his head is not very long headline and very practical. It doesn't go month or moon. He has emotions. He's not gonna do big decisions by his emotions. He will always use his practical and realistic minds in big decisions. But we can say he's romantic, passionate, and cheerful, we can say, because of the emotion line here. He will definitely want to make deep connection. He will look like he talks to everybody and then he's friend with everybody, but he's very selective with real friendship or marriage life. He will be very picky. So he has to get deep connection for starting relationship or marriage. So when we see the stress line blending like this to the heart line, in his life, emotional difficulties can be sometimes broke up, stresses in relationships, it's impossibility. And branches goes like that, even in the left hand, many of them we can see. That shows that he opens his heart easily to everyone, but easily to get heartbroken because he's not gonna get what he expect from other people. It can be a lot of heartbreaking for him, but the quality of heart line looks good. So this is a good thing. But the branches here can affect his emotions a lot. So when he trusts other people, or he can be very easily disappointed when his expectations are not met. So that can be issue sometimes. With the Franchit heart line, I want to talk about when the headline comes from inner Mars. So he can be upset or angry easily, and sometimes the things he started with patient and Sudden decisions sometimes can be to start things or investing some business and change his mind very quickly about that decisions he made. This kind of like fire and water effect on him, but doesn't shows that outside. People cannot see this outside. He always in his mind, even he made some decisions. My recommendation for him, when he makes decision about business or his personal life, always needs to take a little bit more time before making decisions, because he will get bored fast and give up fast. And people never gonna know even he got bored that, because when we see the right hand, it starts normal way here. Headline comes together with the lifeline, and there are no double lines in the right hand like in the left we see here. When we check the marriage lines here, we see one branch comes around 35, like middle age, we can say. And in middle age, there are many lines appearing about marriage. We said in the beginning, like fate lines here around 34, 35, and around 38, another one here. And then on the lifeline, we saw here some lines also appearing. And in this part, for marriage lines, this is 0 starting, and this is around middle age. So we have nice straight line here. So it's not very close to the heart line. Outlook, he doesn't care much, if you see the main marriage line closer to the heart line, for them outlook is very important, and then they usually get married earlier. But when we see in the middle, this is different mindset for marriage. For them, the character is very important, maybe the title, or if they can do something together, business or traveling together, socially they should be good match. And for him, has to be really good match for the marriage. And when we see the fate line comes from month of moon, and some branches from lifeline goes like that to Jupiter month, it can be indication for love marriage. And we see good marriage line here as well. And here's some emotion lines, so good heart line he has. And when we come to the here, one more marriage line here with the eye symbol on it. This is very good. Or fish can be nice lucky marriage for him. And then Yav symbol, we have nice little Yav. It doesn't look very well in the picture. Here is better. You see small Yav symbol here, not broken. This is good for money or for health, for marriage. Is a very nice symbol to have. And then family ring here, also very nice straight line. And then some little fish signs here, some heritages can be one island here, can be having a kid, and then children's. And we see another line here for children. I see one line here and second line. Children and generation lines, we say this ones has to be in the middle phalange of the Mercury finger and from outside to in, not from here. Has to come from here. So I think he can have kids. When we check the hand, we didn't see the sun line very strong, because if we have a fate line, we have to have a sun line too. They look very thin, or we cannot even see, maybe not exist. There is one line like this comes from inside of heart line, little line. Maybe this connects like that. And one very thin line here, we can say. They're not strong like a fate line. So he needs to do self-promotion always, Maybe ruby ring on the right hand in the ring finger can help for him that. But there is one sun line here comes from the heart line. That shows that family is very important. So if you have people around him, they respect him or they give him moral, so he can have good motivation. If he have people, especially if he gets married, if he can get a love marriage, can be very helpful for him, for his business, for everything in the life, to being more happy. So we have some little sun line here. It's not too bad, and comes from heart line. Sometimes coming from heart line, sun line like this can be good heritages from family, lucky from family can be. So there are chance for that. And when we check the shape of the hand, the third part of the hand is very strong. So he likes his comfort. He likes to eat, enjoying the life, spending time with family or for himself. This is very important. He likes to work, but he likes to get time off a lot, we can say. And center of the hand is very big, more than fingers, we can say. Fingers looks more smaller as a portion in the hand. Very big palm, center of the palm. So this is another very practical sign, we can say, and very hardworking person. And problem solving, and then good crisis management he will always have. He's very calm, we can say. Not many lines in the hand, very clear lines and deep lines. That shows this person is very calm. And I asked him which one is longer, his Saturn or ring finger. He said they're equal. in the right hand. So he has nice balance. This is another indicator for being calm person. And then between emotions and risk taking, they have nice balance between them. And they're always confident. They don't have big egos, you know. They do normal things for their life. And we see here thumb is very short. Has to reach at least, when we cut like this, the third phalange of Jupiter finger, the middle, has to come around here. And we consider this as a short thumb. Even Venus is well, this is good, savor for him. But when we see the short thumb like that, in palmistry, thumb considered highly important as it represents willpower, self-control, and determination. So he will have lack of those things maybe sometimes in life. That might indicate impulsive, emotional, struggle with decision making, or standing firm in difficult situations. Also sometimes can be lack of desire for control or leadership. We cannot say he has good leadership qualities because Jupiter finger is not long, and then Mercury finger we say not long, not short, and thumb also like that. So he can be always good second person, you know. He can work with other people very easy. He can get orders. For him, no problem. So this is also a good quality to have. He will not have big issues to fight for it. So it can be easy life for him. And I saw a lot of bull eyes on his fingerprints in the fingertips. You see, they are good adaptation and motivation, good concentration he has when he works. We can say one loop is good, nice balance for that. This is some water element for him. Other ones are fire. So he's humorous and capable to making people laugh. Especially third part of the hand is well developed. And marks like that, bull eyes, especially on the sun finger, he can make people laugh, entertain them. You know, he's good at it for sure. When we compare with the left hand, as we see, the fate lines are here same, like lifeline very nice extended. And there is a branch like that, fork. This is also age like 40, 41. You know, we had another line here like starting with together this one like 38 to 42 age range, you know. Things going on like he might change city or country in this time. Earlier can be true, of course, but when the time comes that different things can be. Maybe job changes, travelings, changing, moving, you know, many things can be. Or more money in his life, or more adventure, more traveling, more holidays. And also one more line here comes from month of Venus and joining the fate line here. This is around, we can say 32, 33, like we said here, 35 similar ages is joining. Can be marriage age again, you know, this is like similar ages, not very different, plus 2 or 3, you know. It's very, not easy to say exactly age for that, but around these time zones can be good things, you know, lines joining like that. And another line starts parallelly and going up. So this is good. Inside of his mind, a lot of stress. It doesn't show outside much, but he has a lot of in his mind. Also, we can see in the thumb. Actually, I don't see many cut lines like that. So he is good with stress management, but he has some stress, of course, in the same time. So he kind of manage with that. He doesn't show outside. And Mercury line here comes and touching to headline and some triangle here on the headline. This is the age, if you measure from the Mercury line around, again, like 38, 42, but from the headline, this much elder age. So this very nice sign here to using his mind, like I said also earlier, when the fate lines comes from headline, starting from headline, this is another sign like Mercury line touching that. They know how to use the mind, you know, convincing people or excellent communication skills. And then good business mind he has. So some chance can be in time zones, can be some good luck in these periods, or some harvesting time, or some good opportunities can be. And we see emotion lines here again, you know. And I see this line come from inner Mars and fork like that. Sometimes this is broke up or divorce sign. He's 29, he didn't get married yet, but you know, this is in the left hand. It's kind of karma he has, can be some broke up, but it's not definite. With the time everything gonna be more clear, but there is some risk like that, so he should be a little bit careful about this, but not a big issue because in the left hand and right hand I didn't see that. We have reached the end of the video. If you would like a palm reading like this, please feel free to reach out to me through the description section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it.